be guided by data. So, kaninong data ang kinukuha natin? Pag-asa is the best data gathering situation. Kaya tayo lagi yung try to help me, informing you in the DepEd constituents who will post asking things. Although it goes down to me, But given a chance like what happened in some instances that may mga area tayo geographically challenged, yung ating mga institutional location, yung mga geographical challenge. So, pwede yan, si principal, pag sa tingin niya medyo talagang baha doon sa lugar niya. You hold it na lang. Pwede na siyang on her own, on his own discretion. Basta ang bottom line lang natin is the safety first. Education can wait. Life. Yan. So, para at least alam niyo lang yung policy. Alam niyo yung direction. So, I would rather be wrong in canceling than be wrong in not canceling, then something happens. Or something happened. Diba? So, but anyway, you tell your relatives, don't go to Manila today. You just inform them, cancel everything, stay home. We were informed that huhupa ng ulan, but it's in 2 hours after declaration, but it seems it's the other way around. So that's why I went live to inform everybody na no, don't go past Top Avenue, Quezon Boulevard, portion of Espanya, Estrada, mga major thoroughfares na medyo challenging. Our, thanks to, and I hope I'm not asking you too much to pray for our city engineering, DPS employees who are now tasked to be in the streets, and the Traffic Parking Bureau. These are our employees who are in the streets while we are here in Oval Office, trying to rearrange things. Pray for them. Tao pa rin yung mga yan. Nasa kalye sila. But yun lang importante. I always try to address queries. Para lang yan, tawag yan. Panatagan ng may bibig. Ganda naman ito, Starbucks. Natutuwa ako dyan sa Starbucks SM. Lagi silang isulat sa keep safe, drive, have a great day, weekend. Yorme, always. Stop sa Starbucks. I appreciate this type of things. So anyway, kaya ako nagpatawag ng school board meeting, although we just had it 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
July.
Dati ba every quarter? O
As needed.
Every year? As needed. So anyway, meron kasi kaming nakita na posible natin magamit at maitulong sa mga kawani ng pamahalaan din na hindi naman natin talaga literal na kawani. These are our what we call daycare teachers. Then through some research, we can utilize instead of keep on building buildings. Sometimes true, there's demand of space, but too much construction and lesser space in the long term will not also give certain environment or good environment to our students. Kasi sa ibang bansa nga baligtad eh. Naggigiba na sila ng building to create more space, open space. But still, we're gonna address that. We can continue building buildings, build buildings. But gusto ko rin maiparamdam sa ating mga kasapi sa ECCD, Early Child Care Development and Development. And this is what we call our daycare teachers. Tama ba ako?
Opo.
Attorney Grace, who is our budget officer, and Councilor Abante, who is the chair of the Committee on Education, and Director Repogoso, I tasked them to fulfill a commitment on how to upgrade kahit konti maramdaman ng mga daycare teacher natin na merong pagtingin sa kanila ng pangangailangan. And I think they're getting 7,000 delayed allowance. Sorry, 7,000 allowance. Sorry. Bago kasi category sa City Hall ng Manila. Allowance delayed. Nakakaawa naman. And remember, while it is true that our superintendent and the members of the board and other officers would always care for our primary and secondary level students. And I know as a teacher also, you know that isa sa pinakamahirap turuan ay yung mga batang Maynila. Talagang challenging, if I may put that in right perspective. And I think a little augmentation with their economic needs, personally, sa buhay, will be a big help coming from us. And this is the point. This is where it will end, and this is where it will start. Kaya nasa kamay natin, nasa palat nating lahat, at kaisipan, paano nga ba natin matutulungan, maitaas ang antas ng pamumuhay ng mga guro sa daycare. So your mayor, is asking you, and I hope you don't mind me asking, because Attorney Grace Chua, who is a former member of the City Council, is now our budget officer, saw the opportunity to help, to extend assistance to our. So we'd like to give the floor to Attorney Grace Chua, our budget officer. Ano? Ubra ba? Nakwenta mo na ba? Sige. Please, share the floor. Importanteng kwenta eh.
Good morning po, Mayor. So, before you arrive, nakapag-usap na rin po sa local school board at good news po, they're able to find ways to come up with 10 million pesos. For this year, Mayor. So, for the third quarter. Ang 10 million po, but for the fourth, hindi pa po nila malaman. So, I'm assuming muna na 10 for the whole year. Siguro additional na lang po kung may mahanap pa. So far po, upon consultation with Director Repogoso, nasabi na nga po natin na 7,000 po ang allowances na.
Chief, may landline ka nila. Tawagan mo. Sige. So, ano mo lang, landline na lang. Hindi yung ma-contact. Okay. Okay, so it's clear that we can extend additional 2,000 pesos for our daycare teacher. We are talking about
429, Mayor.
Wow. So 429 daycare teachers will be happier this year. Tapos next year, tuloy-tuloy na tayo. Tama? 9,000 na. Buti naman. Ayun.
Nabawasan po namin yung mga infrastructure.
Yung mga...
Slow moving po kasi.
Tingin ko, pag napabuti natin ang katatayuan ng mga nagtuturo, sa pangkalahatan, tertiary, secondary, primary, saka yung early childhood, tingin ko we will have a better community later on.
Human resource.
Kasi yung pundasyon nasa loob ng paaralan. Bukod sa loob ng bahay. No? Yung pundasyon. So, I think, sige. So far, Attorney Grace. Ano? Yes, Director, Councilor Repugoso.
Thank you, Mayor. Before you came in, Mayor, nakapag-usap na pala sila, Doktor at ang buong local school board na pwede po silang mag-share ng total of 10 million pesos. So, Mayor, pwede na po siguro namin ipasok dun yung para mabigyan po natin ng mas maganda educational material sa mga daycare centers, yung mga wala pa pong TV set at saka...
Ito yung ABP.
At saka po yung black box TV.
Oo, para doon sa mga channel ng stasyon na nagagamit sa Do you agree with that?
Yes po.
Do you think it helps?
Yes po.
Actually, yung JCI, sir, na-implement na sa PAES Elementary School. Nag-sponsor ang JCI.
So, you're talking of the 10 million for the allowance and another 10 million for... How do you go this?
Hindi po. Yung
Sige,
10
please.
million lang, yung in-offer po ni Doktora, 10M. Doktora, baka pwedeng 10.5 na lang kasi. Hindi po, estimate lang po kasi to.
Okay, ano yung...
Sige po. 10.5.
Kasama na po di allowance ng daycare teachers, yung smart TV at saka po yung black box, ABS-CBN black box.
So, yung ABS-CBN black box, swerte na ABS. Wala bang JB7 black box? Wala pa no? Wala pa. So, wala tayong choice. But ABS-CBN black box and the television, smart TV for part of their teaching
Tools.
Yes, Mayor. Hindi naman, yung iba naman po kasing daycare centers, meron na silang TV. So, meron na po tayong data kung ilan po lang yung may kailangan. Basta po meron na sila, hindi na po sila bibigyan, Mayor.
Dapat
Okay.
lahat nila po, para parehas po.
Yeah, lahat. Lahat to. When we do something, ano tayo lagi? On a general approach. No? So, no magka?
Mayor, kung dadagdagan po, kung lahat po, hihingi tayo na additional po pa kay Doktora Purpose.
Kasi nag-meeting naman na po kami before we came in here.
That's good.
So I think we can commit like 12M.
Ayun.
12M.
Tama na. Tama na, ha? Kawawa naman ang school board.
Prepare natin.
Sige, okay na yan. So, 10 million plus 2 million, so 12 million for our allowance, additional allowance ng daycare teacher and their facilities in their respective area. Okay na tayo? Tingin ko that's good enough. Mura lang naman yung black box, baka ilibre pa ng GMA, ng ABS. Hindi, makinig tayo kay kay Ted Pailon. Para manalo tayo ng black box. Ang may wag, black box! Anyway, yes, sir.
Good morning po, Mayor. Kasi po, 10 years ago, naging president po ako ng Daycare Parent Teacher Association. In regards po sa mga teachers po ng isa pong ang kalunusan nangyayari sa kanila, yung pag nagre-retiro po, ni palakpak po, wala pong nare-receive yung mga teacher natin. sana po in addition po, mabigyan po natin kahit na plaque of appreciation lang o something token po. Di ba ma'am?
Hindi po.
ECCB.
Kasi sa defense po. Hindi, Sarang sa
Opo. Thank you po.
Kaya pwede na i-release yan. Kasi Ma'am Grace
Okay, you please continue. Please, you were saying about the retirement.
Yun lang po, ang question ko lang po yung regarding din sa mga retirement po ng mga daycare.
Okay, good news. Okay, now we have a counselor here who can author an ordinance appropriating X amount of money para hindi na sa pera ng school board. X amount of money as a monetary gift. Gift. If the city can give 100,000 pesos for our senior citizens who are centenarians and 500 pesos for our senior, if we can do this, then what is about if we have about 400 plus, no? Daycare teachers. Ano ba naman yung limbawa, meron silang 50,000 pesos retirement gift. Gift. So, we'll task Councilor Abante to come up with an ordinance. Kasi hindi naman sabay-sabay yung 400 nag-retire.
Hindi naman po.
Di ba? Oo, isa, dalawa, tatlo.
Malaki din sa buo.
Sa isang taon. Eh, that's only 500,000 pesos. Yes.
Actually nga po, Mayor, para magkaroon po sila ng konting amount, nag-contribute pa yung mga daycare teachers natin para...
Among themselves.
Yes, sir.
And if they can contribute and share their personal money, why not the city's money to be shared also as a matter of as a fact or as a way to appreciate. Hindi ubos ng 5 milyon yan. Hindi naman 100 tao ang magre-retire taon-taon. So a million or 2 or 3 will not harm the city, but it will generate certain level of love or feelings, that all works done through these years and decades of work, token, and then there will be ceremony. Hindi na lang sila basta uuwi sa bahay nila tapos na ang lahat isang araw. The way it was being conveyed to us, no? This is one way of appreciating them. So we'll have a program for that. That is a good suggestion. Okay? Sige, social. Mura lang naman. Sige, ma'am.
Since everybody approves of the 12M, can we now move for a resolution?
Okay.
Mayor.
Attorney Grace.
Opo, mag-update lang po ako for the information of the body. Kasi yung kaninang 10M na pag-usapan po, it's based on kung ano lang po yung mga daycare schools na kailangan ng TV. Pero if we are going to provide everyone, lahat po ng daycare centers natin ng TV, obviously magtataas ang cost. I made a rough estimate 15.6 M. Kasama na po yung TV Plus, and yung sa daycare workers natin. 15.6.
Sige, it's up to... I don't want them to be put in a situation that...
Yeah.
We look, siguro itong for third quarter, okay muna.
Yeah,
Then for the
that's a
fourth
good answer.
quarter, yes. We look into that po ulit.
Kaya gusto
Yes.
ko si Ma'am Jenny. She will never say no.
Yes,
Yan ang
ma'am.
importante. Diba? We don't find problems, we find solution.
And
Tama naman
everybody-
yun. To be fair, o sige, tirahin na natin yung 12, kusam sa allowance, yung 2 million sa other facilities. Anyway, matagal naman ang requisition process. Matagal naman. So I think we can buy time, and I think by that time, a few months thereafter, the DepEd can come up with a certain level of savings. Oh, see? Ayan, okay. So, there is a motion presented by our superintendent to appropriate 12 million pesos for fourth quarter, for third quarter, from the third quarter.
Yes.
From the third quarter.
Yes. Tama.
For the fourth quarter increment of allowance.
Yes.
Puro mambabatas to katabi niya. Sa allowance ng daycare teacher from 7,000 to 9,000. So increment of 2,000. And other for purpose of other yung facilities, audiovisual o facilities na lang.
Instructional material.
Instructional materials. So, yan para medyo malawak. Kasi mamaya, OWA naman ang ano sa inyo. But yun, for instructional materials to be utilized and equipment to be utilized inside. Inside. Inside the daycare center. Hindi sa barangay hall. Sa daycare center. Kasi para pagsiyasat at inspection report, alam kung nasaan nakakapit. Tama? Ano yan, tawag dyan pangpoposas. Kinakahon mo. In a way, no? These are the types of approach in legislation that because of our practice. So is there any second to the motion? Duly seconded by Councilor Benny Abante. Princess Abante. Congressman na nga pala si Benny. Is there any objection? Then the motion is carried. Okay. Any other matters? None? I think I need you to go home go to your respective offices. I know nag-aalala din kayo sa ibang staff niyo. But again and again, thank you very much for this urgent meeting, for our school board meeting. Thank you for your cooperation, and thank you for aligning your thoughts and minds to the directions of the city of Manila nowadays. So, magandang araw, pagpalain nawa kayo ng buong may kapal.
They're always alive. They're always alive. Pwede po mag-attendance check.
Picture. Net lang.